Hello everyone, welcome back to White Knuckle. Today, we're not doing a lot of climbing, which I know for the last video that was also the case, but today we're doing something a bit different. We're jumping. And we have a lot of different perks to do it, so let's run those down real quick. We have Adrenaline Pumps, which gives us a temporary movement and stamina buff the further we fall. We also have Velocity Augments, which improves our walking and running speed, as well as our climbing speed, even though we're not going to be using that. Ligament Restructure, which increases our jump height. Overwhelm, which gives us a double jump and also changes some of our walking and running speed, but it does have our stamina. We have P-Binding, which lowers our gravity with the less items we have. Profit Motive, which increases our speed, climb, and jump height, and stamina regen, depending on how many roaches we have. We have Pulse Bladder, which gives us a mid-air jump, but it does deplete our stamina each time. We have Pulse Organ, which just gives us an extra jump. Rabid DNA, which allows us to long jump while we're crouching. System Reorganization, which improves our movement, jump, climb, and stamina regen. Terror, which does give us a little bit of extra walking and running speed, as well as our jump. And we have Unstoppable Conviction, which gives us extra jumps for every single piece of food we eat. And we also have a trinket as well, being the Vial of Moon Rocks, which is minus 10% to our overall gravity, because why not? Alright, you got all that? I think you do. I think you're good. I'm so much like the Scout. You know, the Scout's good at jumping. The Scout TF2, which is why we're using the Scout TF2 hands. They are by Gibberish Development, is the name of the mod creator. One of the more popular hand mods. We're using a slightly outdated version as well, because there is a version of this mod that has item replacements and all sorts of stuff. I can't believe I got that roach. So we're using a slightly outdated version just because I didn't want to go that complicated with it. Just so you're aware. This isn't an itemless run either, by the way, so we are going to be taking food for our Unstoppable Conviction. We're also going to be taking roaches because we have Profit Motive. Things like that. I know we have P-Binding, but Air Exchange kind of terrifies me. Because if we do get there, we want to make sure we have enough weight, because if we have, like, pure P-Binding and nothing else, it's going to be pretty bad for us, man. We gotta be careful. So, yeah. I'm trying not to go too fast, because it could be problematic for us. I don't know, maybe not, but yeah. We're not going to stop here. I don't even need the perks. We got tons of jump. That's all that matters to me, man. Until it doesn't. Until I, like, screw up a bunch and then I'm like, oh, I wish I took this or did this. I'm not worrying about it right now. I think we'll be fine. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for the support on the videos. I know I do that pretty commonly anyway, but, oh, seriously, like, it hasn't even been 24 hours since the last video has been up, and it's already, like, you know, doing crazy well, so I really thank you guys for that. This one's gonna be a tough jump. Let's see if I can do it. There we go. We gotta like step back a little bit. Ooh, there's some food down here. I want this. Yes, please. All right. I don't know how this is gonna go. I feel like this could be pretty quick. We are also we're using another mod as well. We're using the no handholds, just because, you know, we're obviously not using them, so I felt like it made sense to use this. It's possible we might revisit this mod. I've actually wanted to. The no handholds, there just isn't anything to grab, really. Except there is, it's just any, like, actual handholds aren't available, so... yeah, that is a thing. I don't know how the modded challenges are exactly gonna go. They're probably gonna be something that we're not gonna be able to do pretty soon, at least for a little while. Just because we're very soon to getting the nest, so... you know, we're getting some news on, what, the 25th? It's the 22nd right now? I mean, it's imminent, man. I mean, that could just be news. It might not be the update itself, but still. Modded stuff might be out of the question. I just wanted to look at what we had here. Ooh, metabolic stasis. You know what? I will grab that. I know we have Profit Motive, but I'm thinking of grabbing more roaches. Probably here in Pipeworks. I didn't even put my hammer in the thing. That's how much I didn't need it. Food? Any food we can get is pretty good. Alright, let's go. I think we're alright. Again, not an itemless run. We are able to use items, just... oh, no, please. Okay, we're good. There's gonna be some times where it's really hard to go quickly because we have, like, a precise jump we need to make. And things like that kind of scare me. I also have blood bugs and things like that, but I'm just gonna try to ignore them. I think that's the best course of action here. So yeah. Anyway, we're just like the super athletic climber today. That's what we are. Which is very unlike myself. Look, I'm just telling you the truth. It's very much unlike myself. Ooh, food. Any food we can get, man. I will take it. More jumps. There is a mod to know how many jumps you have, but, I don't know. Where's the fun in that? I'm trying so hard. Okay, we're good. I wasted so many of our consumable jumps there. That's my bad. Yeah, it's a very athletic climber today. I'm not very athletic. You know, it's funny that I say that, though. There was one time in my life that apparently I was athletic. Or at least somebody was convinced that I was athletic. And this was a long time ago, but back in, like, elementary school, you know, this was probably towards the end of it. I would say I was probably in, like, grade 7, maybe? I want to say. I know different school systems are a completely different thing, but, my school went to the 8th grade until high school. You know, just depending on what country you might be in or how your school system worked. But I was in, like, 7th grade, and every year there would be, you know, track and field. And, I know that's a pretty common thing, but, you know, I'm not very, like, sports inclined, so I didn't really care too much. However, ooh, I'm getting a little stuck here. There we go. Breezing through pipeworks, though, I must say, but our stamina's also going down. Alright, we gotta be careful. But yeah, no, so every year it'd be track and field or whatever, and I was never good at anything, especially the jump ones, ironically. I always wanted to be good at, like, high jump. I was okay at long jump, but there was always people that were better. Again, like, there was, like, the pure jock people in my school. I mean, that always existed even in high school, but in high school it was like, ah, whatever, you know. You know who those people are and you support them and everything. In elementary school, it's like, no, I want to be the best. You know? At least from, like, I guess the testosterone side of the male side. You know, every guy's like, I want to be the alpha male. Is that a cringy thing to say? I don't know, I feel like kids are like that, though, you know? Like, at least that's what it felt like when I was a kid. And I don't just mean from me, I just mean, like, I feel like the general kid thing is like, oh, I want to be, like, the show-off. There is a little bit of that, especially when it's, like, a competition sort of thing. I think I can make it up here real quick. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm just gonna jump to my buttons, I think. Oh, there's food there, so probably grab that. I'll do that on the way back. Wow, that makes that look so easy, man. But yeah, no, like, it was very competitive as a kid. Even though I knew, like, the people that were the very sports-aligned, still track and field was like, I gotta be the best. I never was, though. I was always one of the kids that got, like, the participation thing. The little participation ribbon or medal or whatever it was that year. Which is fine, you know. So, what I was mentioning when I was like, oh, I was kind of athletic or sporty at one point in my life. I was kind of forced into it. I always liked long jump, but I would always do shot put because I was pretty good at it. I was okay. I wasn't the best, though. There was definitely people that were way better than me. And, I can just jump over here, can I? Yep. Wow. Oh, you like that jump? That was a nice one. That was good. That was smooth. I'm worried about getting in this elevator. Okay, we're fine. But no, I would do shot put, which is like the whole, you know, you have the ball and then you, like, take a few steps forward and you just chuck it from your shoulders far as you can. That's all it is. And I was pretty good, but I was never the best, but I learned that I was basically always consistently 4th every year that it happened. I would always come in 4th. And so one year, there was one guy that would always come in, like, 1st place that was not able to do it. He was, like, sick or something, so he wasn't there, he wasn't able to do it, so that year I came in 3rd. And for whatever reason, I didn't know that if you came in, like, the top 3 positions, you would have to, like, compete elsewhere against, like, other schools. I had no idea. So they're like, oh, you came in 3rd, you got the 3rd place thing. And I'm like, oh, that's cool, that's my first one. They're like, oh, well, that's cool, but also you have to go to this thing to, like, compete against other schools now. You're, like, our top representatives for shot put. And I'm like, what? Why? But obviously, it's like, I wanted to do it, because, you know... oh, I got a day out of school. Another metabolic stasis? Climbing speed we don't need. Yeah, I might as well take it. Dude, I'll take perks, man. Might as well. We don't really have anything. That's our, like, max roach. Do we have any other roaches? You think there's some up here? There's one. I would like to buy, like, an injector if there is one. Is there? Oh, there isn't. That's fine. We don't really need one. We got a lot of jumps. Do we really need a pill bottle? I don't even know. I don't think we do. Obviously, again, not an itemless run, so we will take our, you know what, I'll actually get rid of these 2 roaches just to replenish our roaches if we need them in the future. And we can have some stuff on us, eat our food. Will I take the flare gun? I will, just in case, but I don't think I'll need it. I'm gonna try to jump quickly. I think our main issue is I'm gonna need... I might put a flare gun at the top, because getting into the vent at the top is gonna be kind of an issue, I think. Probably gonna be the hardest part of this whole thing. But yeah, an injector would have been nice just to be able to get a little bit more, oomph to our jumps, but whatever. But yeah, so I went to this, like, competition against other schools to, to, like, who's gonna be the best shot put? And, you know, never in my life would I be like, oh yeah, I was gonna be the best. Again, I was, like, 3rd place, so it's like I was already the worst at my school. I'm like, okay, why isn't it just the person that came in 1st? Even, like, the person that came in 2nd, it might have been, like, close, so I understand it, but... I'm actually gonna go over here real quick. Yeah, that's what I thought. Is there an injector here? Sometimes there is. Yoy! Love to see it. We're a little over-encumbered, but I think we can handle it for now. Oh yeah, right, we gotta get in here. Can I stand here? I can, okay. Maybe I can, like, do a little bit of a shimmy here. I can't. I'm trying so hard. Okay, hold on. We're not in a rush. Okay, we're good. We gotta do that again to get out of here. You think that's gonna happen? I don't know. This is gonna be so bad, man. Oh no! He got out. I don't really want to use my flare gun yet. Okay, I actually do. Okay, we gotta get this in 1 flare. Oh, look at that, smooth, okay. Whoa, that was risky. Man, that's hard. I'm not looking forward to Delta Labs and all the vents we might run into there, but yeah. let's not think too hard about that right now. That's not something I want to think about. I would have got another injector there. I guess we could get blink eyes as well, and other things of that nature. Oh, so much food! Yes, please, thank you. There is a mod for tracking how many extra jumps you have from something like Unstoppable Conviction, but, you know... Where's the fun in that, man? At least for this one. I could understand somebody wanting that, though, for sure, but I feel like for this, it's not quite that useful. But yeah, anyway, to finish that, that track and field story, I did really terribly, as you would expect. I did not do good at all. Because I barely made it there in the first place. No milk, just wanted to see. Yeah, I did not do well in the slightest, and, yeah, no, it was not happening, man. Yeah, there we go. I think I might have... Ooh, I didn't... Oh, look at all these roaches. I didn't think I got any of them. I'm going to put some of them away, though. But yeah, I did terribly, and really it was... I knew I was going to do terribly anyway. I just decided to go because I was like, you know... I don't want to be in school that day. which I know I already said. And it was good, though. They had, like, food trucks around. I had a bit of money and everything on myself as well at the time, so I was like, you know, we don't need this at all, actually. Let's get rid of that on our slot. Hello? We're kind of over-encumbered, but I don't know how over-encumbered are we? Just curious. Okay, so we're like 2 extra items over? Alright, we're not gonna do too much more then. But yeah, so I pretty much just like sat around and did like nothing all day and got like some food. That was my whole day. I just climbed, didn't I? That didn't count. We didn't. Don't worry about that. that didn't count. Can we call that an honorable thing? I was so distracted by the shot put thing. I didn't climb. I went over for the breeder. Here, I'll undo myself. There. It's so easy. It didn't happen. I swear. You didn't see anything. Anyway. But yeah. Oh, come on. I got that smooth jump. You can forgive me. It was an honest mistake. Anyway. Sports, they're always the worst. They make everything harder, huh? They even distract me from my stories and things. This is actually going to be a hard jump, too. Hold on. This is actually going to be difficult. Hold on. It might be all for naught. Okay, we're good. Oh. Oh god, this is so high. Why is it so high? Oh. Anyway, enough about sports. Oh! Ah! Stop! No! Okay. Oh. Oh my god, I was so scared, dude. Holy crap. Sorry, I was very terrified. Anyway, let's think about other stuff, not me accidentally climbing for a second, but it actually didn't count, and that never happened. I don't know what you're talking about. What else? I gotta reevaluate. This is, why is it always in Delta Labs that happens for me, by the way? It's not the first time, you know? It isn't the first time. Like, I've always had tons of time that I've had to reevaluate, you know? We doing good on our roaches? We are. I had to make sure. Anyway. Oh. I never really got along with too many, like, kids in school. Well, that's not true, but... I guess I'll take the rebar. I'm just gonna get overwhelmed anyway. Might as well, right? I would've liked if we got the glove. That would've really helped us out here. Could've just flew across a lot of area, but... we'll just get overwhelmed again. Might as well. I don't really need the rebar. Not that important for me. Flare gun would be nice, but... it's not too important for me, really. Okay. Yeah, we're good, we're good. But no, like, I never really, I never connected too much with that many kids. There was just, like, a few. Like, so when I went to this sports thing, I'll get another injector. I'm gonna use that when we get out of here. You know what? I'm good on roaches. We're just gonna go. But yeah, none of my friends got to come with me on this, none of my friends got to come with me on this sports thing. And the other 2 people were just like, you know, I knew them, but they weren't, like, close friends of mine or anything like that. So, you know, it's kind of sucky. I was just pretty much there all day with nobody to talk to. And it was, like, an all-day thing, but, like, the actual thing that I had to do was, like, 5 minutes. So, it was, yeah, it just kind of sucked. There was, like, nothing going on whatsoever. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take this injector. Just go. Just zoom. We got a bunch of jumps. Abyss is like the easiest thing to zoom through. But yeah. But no, a lot of kids in my area were like that. You know, even in high school, it was kind of a thing. There's so, like, so I'm in Southern Ontario, and there are a lot of kids here that are, you know, very into kind of like the stuff that I'm into, but I don't know, I guess my school just never really had them back then. A lot of the kids that I knew, more so in elementary school than high school, I will say, but I feel like a lot of people had like rural experience, or like were very sports aligned, or very you know, they had a lot of like farm experience or something like that, because it's not that, you don't have to go that far in my area at the very least to get to like rural areas. And because of that, there's just a lot of people that, you know, they're into farm stuff, or they're into sports, and it was just not my stuff. I'm so like tech aligned. I love sci-fi stuff, which is probably why I like White Knuckle. Man, that happened so much faster than I was expecting, man. That's crazy. that was what? That was a sub 20-minute run. Is that right? Sorry, I gotta look. Oh my god, such speed. That's probably our fastest run on here, and it was totally legit. And I never climbed a single time in this entire run, if anybody asks. But yeah. Anyway, this was a bit of a weird one for sure, and you know, we didn't have a lot of time to really talk about too much story-wise. It was pretty quick, but regardless, thank you guys so much for the support on these videos, and just in general watching them and all that kind of stuff. It's really, really cool. I'm so happy to be doing these, and you know, I'm playing White Knuckle regardless, and if I can record them and you guys are having a good time, then I'm very glad. But anyway, that's all from me for today. I hope to see you next time, hopefully soon, tomorrow, maybe the next day, ideally. But yeah, that's everything for me. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day, evening, whenever you're watching this. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.